AI-generated images gained national attention last week when explicit and abusive images of pop singer Taylor Swift went viral across social media platforms. But it doesn't stop there. It's also being used to do the same to every average, everyday people. Earlier, I spoke with Jake Morabito, the Director of Communications and Technology Task Force at ALEC, the American Legislative Exchange Council. Jake, what's the damage to society when it comes to deep fakes or fake AI generated images?
Well, thanks for having me on today, and I can assure you I am not a deep fake. Even though Taylor Swift has brought this issue to everybody's attention and the public consciousness, it's been an issue going back several years now. And this is an opportunity for state legislators to really protect victims, hold abusers accountable, and allow justice to be brought.
Now, not only A-list celebrities like Taylor Swift is being affected, but the average American, such as in the case of a New Jersey high school students, deepfakes were being circulated among the campus. So, artificial intelligence is relatively a new realm that we're dealing with. What can the public do to protect themselves?
Well, that's a great point that plenty of everyday students, even minors, fall victim to this AI deepfake technology. But this isn't a new problem per se, it's an evolution of an existing problem. And 10 states have already taken measures to update their existing statutes to clarify that, yes, AI generated non consensual intimate images are illegal. For the remaining states, it's a bit unclear. And that's why ALEC's new model legislation is necessary to update existing statutes to reflect that, yes, these malicious deepfakes should be illegal and justice should be allowed.
Now, only 10 states, as you've mentioned, but there's currently no federal law targeting deepfakes. Why aren't the laws keeping in pace with AI?
That's a great point. At the federal level, there have been some proposals that have been advanced. Some of them, I would say, are actually kind of harmful to innovation. They want to strictly regulate algorithms or require this problematic regime of risk assessments on the platform providers, and this would be an impediment to small business owners and everyday people who are trying to use AI for good as well. So, why this is a better solution for state legislators is that it uses existing legal frameworks that we're all familiar with and just clarifies that even though technology may have updated, criminal activity should still be not tolerated, and we need to hold these abusers accountable for their actions.
Jake, so going back to the current state laws in the 10 states, what are the laws stating? Like, what's the enforcement behind that? Can you break it down for us?
Sure. So I would kind of divide it into two categories. So you have some situations where it's like Taylor Swift or with those who are over 18, where it's essentially explicit or abusive images of an adult are being circulated without their permission. There's also the case of minors, child sex abuse material, also known as CSAM. And that brings a whole nother level of criminal penalties and those abusers really need to be held accountable to the full extent of the law. And ALEC has a great framework that legislators can take today to their capitals. It's bipartisan. It's not controversial. I think people understand this is a problem that needs to be fixed. And it's a way to do that while protecting AI innovation and allowing this technology to flourish in a responsible way.
And how would this be tracked down? Like, if there's perpetrators violating these or abusing AI, how would it be enforced? Like, would it go back, tracing people that are using it and sharing these illegal images? Like, can you break that down as well?
No, that's a great question, and there's certainly steps that federal and state law enforcement need to take to get up to speed on how exactly um, to find these abusers and get content offline that's violating terms of service and work with platform holders that want to do the right thing. A lot of these social media platforms with AI companies, it's strictly against their terms of service to use their products in this way, and they want to do the right things. But that is going to require, to your point, modernizing the law enforcement architecture and really giving them the tools to do their jobs.
And lastly, Jake, to prevent abuse and exploitation, is it more effective to put in place laws that punish the users or AI developers? Or what needs to be done?
I would say unequivocally that any legislation needs to target harmful conduct specifically, not the AI technology itself. AI, like many other things, is a tool. It can be used for good, it can be used for ill. Some are saying it could be a billion or trillion-dollar economic opportunity, and we don't want to shut down innovation before this tech can even get off the ground. Therefore, legislators need to very specifically target harmful conduct that is damaging to individual users. And we have plenty of existing tools in place today at the state level to provide consumer protection on AI and other emerging technology.
Jake, thank you so much for your time and your insight.